Cool.
We have a guest.
Yes, I see that. And we have a stream. And during the first song, I'm going to share it with y'all. But in the meantime, welcome to Any Sunday Songwriters. I'm so happy you decided to be here. Hello, Joanne. Um, and my guest today, I am excited and proud to let you know that. To my left on my screen, probably not the same way on yours, is Tom Smith, who comes to us from Denham, Massachusetts. Did I say it right?
Dedham,
Dedham.
Dedham, although sometimes we spell it Debtham.
Oh, okay. Either way, here he is, and you're going to be delighted that you're here too. And right below him on my screen, but it may not be that way on yours, is Shanna in a dress. In a dress, as
Sure am. You
usual.
can't tell, but it is.
It is. I figured it probably was. And we're so delighted to have both of you here. Shanna is in Pennsylvania today, but she doesn't live there. And if I really stretch my memory, I'll remember what she told me about where she does live, but I'll let her tell you instead. Where do you live, Shanna?
I live in Nashville now, so it's totally
Whoa.
fine that you didn't remember because I still don't really remember that. Like, it's been a year, 1 year.
Wow. Well, how are you loving it?
It's so fun. Well, it's so fun.
Well,
Yeah,
congratulations on the big move.
thanks.
So, hi, Jackie, and hello, Patrick. It's nice to see you here. We're going to get this ball rolling. Tom, how about if you. Um, oh, wait, is that what we're doing? No, we're starting with Shanna. Shanna, tell people some things about yourself and sing them a song.
Okay. Well, I used to play French horn. I had 6 toes on my left foot when I was born. My I have extended family in Buffalo that are having a great time right now. The Bills game is on, so they are not watching this. And I am just delighted that you invited me to be on here because I think, Jan, you are like one of the hardest working musicians ever. And thanks for inviting me. I will play you a song. This is um, the reminder that I need when I feel like my problems. I have so many problems. And then, oh yeah, this. So it's a new song. I'm trying it out on you guys. I'm in the middle of a nervous breakdown. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. It's happening every day now. Beaten down by my to-do list. But enough of this pity party problems. Yeah, I got a plate full. But I freaking chose this life. So who am I to be ungrateful? Every day of this life is a gift. Rip it open. That song in your heart, let it live. Let no words of love go unspoken. You can keep your dreams wrapped up like they're for later. Peek inside the box, careful not to tear the paper. Here's hoping you rip it open. I was talking to my best friend Colin. His brother just got diagnosed. He's always kind of been a workaholic. They're giving him 6 months at most. And now he's noticing the golden colors of the sky at dawn. Book that trip to Costa Rica. Hope he gets to go before he's gone. Every day of this life is a gift. Rip it open. That song in your heart, let it live. Let no words of love go unspoken. Keep your dreams wrapped up like they're for later. Peek inside the box, careful not to tear the paper. Here's hoping you rip it open. Rip it open. Rip it open. Every day of this life is a gift. Every day of this life is a gift. Rip it open. Rip it open. Rip it open. Just our friendly reminder, and that song was written with Steve Seskin.
So true.
That is a jewel, and I think that that one should be spread around all over the place. Thank you for sharing it with us, Shanna. That's wonderful.
Yes. So, Tom, how about you?
Well, I was born and grew up in Pennsylvania, where Shanna is right now. And the part of Pennsylvania where I grew up was a good place to be from, I think. As they say. I don't go back there very much. It's up in the northeast corner of the state. And I have a very ordinary 5 toes on each foot. Unremarkable feat. But I'm going to follow on with that song with a song that I sing, Shanna, when I'm feeling kind of like, the world is falling apart, and I'm trying to sort of convince myself that maybe I should keep my mind on the good parts of it. This one is called Peabody Hill. And Peabody Hill is a place in southern New Hampshire where I spend a lot of time, especially in the warmer months. And my dog Oscar makes a cameo appearance in the first verse. I think, well, I just did it. With the sun rising up over Peabody Hill, hear the first morning sound, coffee ground in the mill. A little fire in the Valiant will take off the chill. There is peace here on Peabody Hill. Oscar is in the corner, his tone is contrite. He tells me he'd bark, but he never would bite. He was caught chasing chickens and the farmer's goodwill. Still there's peace here on Peabody Hill. With the sun rising up over Peabody Hill, hear the birds and the kids as they twiddle and trill and spill out of their nests their bellies to fill. There is peace here on Peabody Hill. And the kids play at Skittles, they roll on the rug, pick some blueberries, chased back in by bugs, drop those berries in batter that we pour on the grill. Peace and pancakes on Peabody hill. With the sun rising up over Peabody Hill, I'm wanting for nothing, convenience nor frill. I hear the hum of cicadas, that's my sleeping pill. There is peace here on Peabody Hill. I'm still in my pajamas, the world has slowed down. There's no cell phone, no email, I left them in town. Just the breath of the breeze in the trees breaks the still of the peace here on Peabody Hill. There is peace, peace, peace on Peabody Hill.
Oh, I love that. That was
Thank you.
gorgeous. Now I want to come join you.
That would be fun.
Yeah. We could just sit and play guitar and sing all day.
It happens.
So I want to say hello to Ellis, who has joined us on Facebook. And Jackie makes us international. Jackie's in the UK, and she's also a wonderful singer and songwriter. She's been on this show, and we're happy to see you here. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking of coming to your part of the world maybe in the spring. Yeah, because I was telling Andy about the Dun Cow and all the people I've met there and how fun it. He's always we actually went to your part of the world once before, and we landed in Manchester at what was for us 3 o'clock in the morning, and he wanted to drive to Scotland before we went to Wales, and I put the kibosh on that because I wasn't sure we could do it without falling asleep. Wales was going to be plenty for me, thank you. But this would be an opportunity for him to scratch that itch, so we're thinking about coming there. He wanted to go to Glasgow and buy a bottle of scotch. That's basically what he wanted to do. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with touring, but for trips like that, I'm totally into it. And especially now that we haven't gotten to do it for a while. So I wrote this song about it. I'm ready to see sights I've never seen before. Already packed my bags and I'm headed out the door. Ready to feel sunshine or cool mountain breezes, to travel foreign lands or white sand beaches or both. Fly me away. I'm ready to hear songs I've never heard before, with didgeridoos or alpine horns. Revel in the sound that makes me want to dance and fills my soul with fire and helps me take my chance to go. Fly me away, fly me away, fly me away. Take me to a place where everything is new, a place where I can play and stay a while or two. I'm ready. Hey, fly me away. Feel free to sing along. I'm ready to meet friends I've never met before, with unfamiliar smiles and unheard stories. Tell me of their plans and tell me of their dreams, and share a meal or two and meet their families. Let's go. Fly me away, fly me away, fly me away. Take me to a place where everything is new, a place where I can play and stay a while or two. I'm ready. Hey, fly me away. New flavors, new sounds, new feelings all around. Outward bound, fly me away. Fly me away. Take me to a place where everything is new, a place where I can play and stay a while or two. I'm ready. Hey, fly me away. Fly me away. Fly me away. Thank you.
Yeah, indeed.
So we'll just keep doing that round and round, and as long as y'all will have us, or 2 hours from now, whichever comes first.
Great song. Very sing-alongable chorus, Jan. Love that.
Thank you.
I'm going to play another Seskin co-write. So there's a line in this song that references a guy's British accent, and I've been on tour for the last 2 weeks, and my host Rain is an amazing baker, and I asked her if she had seen the Great British Baking Show. Have any of you guys seen it? Yes, and she hadn't, and I was like, we need to watch this, and she's like, reality shows are all made up. And I was like, it's not about the competition. It's about admiring the beautiful food and their adorable accents. So that's what I was doing before this show. And now I'll play this song, which I wrote with Steve Seskin and haven't had the chance to try out in front of people yet. Very based on a true story. To say he was a looker was an understatement. That he wanted me was a miracle. Every date with him was like a beach vacation. He came off as spiritual. He had a British accent, and that was no accident. I think he learned it from his GPS. Looking back, I got lucky, I guess. Whoop, I dodged a bullet. He had a string around my heart, but I didn't pull it. I woke up from that mistake just in time to make my escape. Whoop, I live to tell it. He's got somebody new, but I'm not jealous. When she took that baton, I passed her. He became her disaster. Whoop, I dodged a bullet. I dodged a bullet. A couple weeks after I left that loser, my friend saw him at the bakery, working a dark-haired Latina with his sense of humor. Same damn lines that he said to me. His accent had vanished. Now he spoke Spanish. There'll be hot and heavy by the summer, I bet she'll be thinking forever. He'll be thinking, who's next? Whoop, I dodged a bullet. He had his string around my heart, but I didn't pull it. I woke up from that mistake just in time to make my escape. Whoop, I live to tell it. He's got somebody new, but I'm not jealous. When she took that baton, I passed her. She became her disaster. Whoop, I dodged a bullet. I dodged a bullet. Who says this is not a good life? I got close to being his ex-wife. I dodged a bullet, I dodged a bullet. I dodged a bullet, I dodged a bullet. Whoop! I dodged a bullet, I dodged a bullet.
Brava.
Yeah, the accents. Why do people from the UK always sound smarter than us?
Isn't that Jackie?
Yeah. Okay, so I hope I can remember this one. That one reminded me of. See, my daughter is living in Edinburgh, Scotland, where she's going to school. And when she decided to leave and go to school, like in my family, when important things happen, you know, like if they get married or if they come home after being away or if they leave for a long time, the idea is to write a song. Most of the songs are very forgettable, but this one kind of stuck. And I decided that with her going to Scotland, what she needed was an old Scottish folk song. So I wrote an old Scottish folk song. And I'm always afraid to sing it for when I'm on the UK virtual open mics, because you know, when you try to when an Englishman tries to do an American accent, it kind of sounds, you know, a little not quite right. And I'm certain that I'm doing this all wrong. So I'll have to ask for your lenience, Jackie. And Dave, are you from the UK? No? No? Okay. So there's an old bagpipe song that I stole the chorus for, but I sweetened it up a little bit because it's for my daughter. I'm no wa te bide a wa, no wa te leave ya. I'm no wa te bide a wa, I'll come back to see ya. I'm no wa te bide a wa means I do not go away to stay away, and I do not go away to leave you. I come back to see you. I'll always come back to see you. I'm no wa te bide a wa, no wa te leave ya. I'm no wa te bide a wa, I'll come back to see ya. It's very singable if you'd like to do that. I ken it when I hear your song. I'll cast off my tether. I'll sing and dance again among the thistle and the heather. I'm no wa te bide a wa, no wa te leave ya. I'm no wa te bide a wa, I'll come back to see ya. I dinna fear the ocean wide to join my heart's companion. I'll ride the promise of the Clyde returning with the salmon. I know I want to bide a while, no I want to leave ya. I know I want to bide a while, I'll come back to see ya. You call me to your healing home. You call me to your Highland home. You call me to your healing home, to wander in the gloaming. I give my hand, I'm unashamed to shed my silky clothing. I know I want to bide a while, no I want to leave ya. I know I want to bide a while, I'll come back to see ya. She's still there. I can't wait to visit her.
That sounds wonderful. Beautiful song.
Thank you.
So I'm trying to figure out what to do next, and should it be ex-lover or daughter? So I've chosen daughter. Because I don't have any dodge the bullet songs. This was written for my daughter Raina when she was applied to only one school. It was FIT in New York City, thereby remedying what she has always regarded as her mother's mistake when I moved from New York to Texas. Actually, I thought I was moving from New York to California, but that was another story. And shortly after I dropped her off was when 9/11 happened. And she called me up, and naturally she was pretty upset. And she ended her explanation of how she felt with, "Should I come home?" And I said, nothing would have made me happier. She was very far away. But I said, if you want to come home, yeah, you should definitely do that. But if you want to follow through on your goals and do your plans the way you planned them, then you should stay there and do them. And it was probably the hardest thing I ever said to her. But I wrote her this song afterwards. I know you're watching the world go by, and so often it makes you cry and wonder if it's worth rising in the morning. But though it's causing you so much pain, sooner or later it all will change. That's what it always does. When everything you counted on, everything you thought was true, turns around and runs away from you. Well, what can you do but live your whole life, give your whole heart anyway? Speak your whole mind, seek your whole truth anyway. One foot in front of the other, step by step, day by day, any way you have to. I know you want to, but you're afraid. What's making you feel that way is the message of fear you're hearing every day. So don't listen to what they say. Some people live their whole lives that way, but that's not you. We only get a moment, and it won't last. Lots of other hard times are in your past. The future's up to you, so live your whole life, give your whole heart anyway. Speak your whole mind, seek your whole truth anyway. One foot in front of the other, step by step, day by day, any way you have to, any way you can, 'cause anyway you'll have to, anyway.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
That's a special one, Jan.
Thanks.
Lovely.
She stayed. She got her degree. She's now the senior vice president of public relations at HBO Max.
Wow.
Wow, very accomplished.
Yeah,
That worked out.
it did.
Awesome. What shall I play? And Dave and Mark, anyone who knows my music, feel free to throw a request into the chat and I'll play it. Here's one. Here's one I'll do.
Choose happy.
What?
I choose happy.
Oh, I like that you requested that, but it's really not as good when I don't have all the harmonies on it.
Okay.
But when I get background singers and you watching, I'll do that one. Yeah, here's a different one. Well, another story song with Steve. "10 years old, camping trip, wanted some s'mores, picked out sticks, then told spooky stories until we went off to bed. With sleep in our eyes, we took our tents down, rolled up our sleeping bags and looked around. Our Girl Scout leader said, 'Whoa, we're not leaving yet.' There's Hershey wrappers and broken graham crackers scattered all over the place. A half-eaten marshmallow is laying right below the sign that says 'Leave no trace.' You gotta leave it better than you found it. Better than you found it. You gotta leave it better than you found it. If you wanna use it, no two ways around it. You gotta leave it better than you found it. 17, summer job, barista at the Sunshine Coffee Shop. Hey Bob, how's your morning? Will it be the usual today? Cinder block building, those walls were bare. Hey boss, let's hang some cool art up there. Some bright watercolors would really spruce up this place. In between cappuccinos and caramel macchiatos, I gave away smiles for free. By the time I went off to school in September, that neighborhood hangout was the place to be. You gotta leave it better than you found it. Better than you found it. You spend the time, so why not make it count? Yeah, you gotta leave it better than you found it. Then one day I met someone as shiny as the ring he offered me. They say you'll know when you know, and we knew. But after 10 years, the sparkle had faded, just like the loving things that we would say and do. He got the house, I got the golden retriever, and different numbers in my bank account. As I drove away, I looked in the rear mirror, and this is what I was thinking about. I hope I left you better than I found you. I hope I left you better than I found you. I know I loved you the best I knew how to. Hope I left you better than I found you. I don't know if I did.
That's like a movie in 3 minutes.
That's the goal.
Bravo. I'm having fun sharing songs with you folks. Okay, so I'll do one that's kind of related to that a little bit. It's also sort of the season. This one of my favorite poets is Robert Frost, and I gather for real poets, Robert Frost is always considered like an entry-level poet, you know, not a real poet, but a sort of a entry-level. I don't agree. I just I read and reread Robert Frost all the time. And this is a song that I wrote for a loved one who was going through a difficult decision time with respect to a relationship. So it your song, Shanna, kind of reminded me of this too, because that's the way yours ended up, which I wasn't expecting at all. Anyway, it's inspired by a famous Robert Frost poem that after reading it again for like the 10th or 12th time, I realized I had misinterpreted it all of my life. Poem will become obvious. Two roads diverge yellow wood. Frost wrote these famous words, often misunderstood. He could not tell which was less traveled by. I too can't tell, still I must decide. Yes, I must decide. One road half true, one road half false. No matter which I choose, I cannot resolve the unintended consequence of bridges that I'll burn, consuming the path of my return. And there is no return. This road unsung, that road unheard, I travel either one and someone will get hurt. I tell myself no one is to blame, but that won't soothe the target of the pain. And there will be pain. Oh, they say it takes time to earn back what you've lost. That's true of money, and it's true of trust. Farther down the line, I hope our roads will cross on journeys worthy of the cost. May they be worth the cost. Oh, two roads diverge in a yellow wood. Oh,
It's beautiful.
thank you.
Yeah, the part about there not being do-overs is the part that always got to me. Ooh, excuse me just a moment. So yeah, no do-overs. That's a hard one. Because in a lot of situations, if you make the wrong, make the wrong decision, you can beg forgiveness and try again. But in some situations, the time is gone, there's nothing you can do. And this was one of those. I dream of you again from time to time. Why, I'll never know. It was so long ago you were mine. Like a treasure lost, like a secret told, a glitter in the dust, a glow among the coals, a shiver of regret. Every now and then I dream of you again. Like a hurricane, you struck and changed everything I thought I knew. You were my earth and sky, you filled my day and night. I believed in you. Passionate and brief, our tempest of a song, melody so sweet, harmony so wrong. Such was our duet. But every now and then even say goodbye. Were you afraid? You know, I used to pray your lie would come true, that somehow you'd love me too. But yes, I did move on after you had gone, and I was done grieving. And I found again a lover and a friend I could believe in. Ah, but autumn-colored hair, a pair of moody eyes, a tilted smile will make me look twice at someone I've never met. Every now and then, every now and then, yes, every now and then I dream of you again. Thank you.
Beautiful, Jan.
Thanks.
Made me want to learn some new guitar moves.
Wonderful. Please do, and then come back and play them for us. I'd like to say hello to my cousin Gail and my daughter Robin and Scott and Sybil and someone else who are on the Facebook version of this show. Welcome. Glad you made it. And I'll be doing that throughout the show. Also, I'll be posting our tip jar throughout the show. If you haven't got your chat open, there's a whole nother universe going on over there. Check it out, and that's where the tip jar is. So, on to you, Shanna.
On to me. Okay. This one was a request from Dave, who's watching now, so. And I'm happy you reminded me of this song, Dave, because I'm convinced if we could just turn it into like a virtual e-card, it'll be my big break. So if you know anyone who can do that. You took out the trash, and it is not coming back. Oh, it's a messy blessing, and honey, you impress me. Many think the promise is worth their happiness. Think about the years they wasted when they couldn't face it. Soon every minute of the day will be yours. Happy, 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 happy divorce. Not how you thought this would end, but the best is about to begin. Oh, it's a messy blessing, and honey, you impress me. Many think the promise is worth their happiness. Think about the years they wasted when they couldn't face it. Soon every minute of the day will be yours. Happy, 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 happy divorce. Out of the muck grows something beautiful. Good thing you're done while you're still doable. Congratulations, you are free. What you've gone through takes bravery. So happy, 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 happy. Happy, 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 happy. Happy, 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 happy divorce. Now you deserve some fun. I do. You did. You're done.
Happy divorce. Well, Shanna, I have to do the other side of that coin, okay?
Yeah, how it's awful. I know.
No, 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 no. I have never been divorced. No, I'm just. This is one of the songs that I think I would put in my pile called "Love Songs for Old People."
That's a good category.
Uh, when in 1978, during the blizzard of '78 here in the Northeast, my wife and I bought our starter home. We didn't know if it had a backyard or not because the snow was like 4 feet deep in the backyard. It turns out that that home is also becoming our finisher home. And when our first child was born, we decided to honor the new life by planting a tree in the backyard. It was a sugar maple tree, which I had rescued from the swamp behind the house, and it was as thick as my thumb. It was a half an inch in diameter. And now that tree is 2 feet in diameter and kind of showing some of the stress and strain of many years. Anyway, so I wrote this song for my wife on this spring, right around Mother's Day. That sugar maple in our yard, we planted many years ago. Two broad trunks grown from one heart, forces tried to pull apart, withstood the weight of winter snows. Sweet memories of 50 springs, rushing upward through its veins. Is it one tree, or are there two? When I see the way it grew, I think of me and you. Time will always have its way. Cracks reveal the stress and strain. It's the price that bodies have to pay, but spirit will belay against the wind and driving rain. We count the autumns as they pass, don't know which will be the last. Grateful as each one comes through. Let each season take what's due. You hold me up, I'll hold you. Sugar maple in our yard, we planted many years ago.
Beautiful, Tom.
Thank you.
So, before I sing my next song, I wanted to ask this burning question. Shanna, where are you going to be next, and where can people find you online? You have to, yeah, you, Shanna.
I'm gonna be. Well, the best place to find me is probably on Facebook, on the facebook.com/Shanna and address. And
Okay.
yeah,
And where are you going to be playing next?
nowhere.
This
Oh
is
wait, that's not true.
you're on tour.
Yeah, I know, but yesterday was my last show. I opened.
Oh.
I got to open for Susan Werner.
Oh yeah, good job.
No, I mean, good job me that I got to hear that legend. Um, I am gonna be playing the virtual Greenwich Village Folk Festival on December 4th.
Cool.
Yeah.
So if you want to put details and links to that in the chat, I'm sure lots of people would be grateful. And by the way, Ken Nagelberg said he wished he'd heard your song 22 years ago.
Oh, good.
And Tom, how about you? Where are you going to be next and where can people find you online?
I don't have any shows this winter, other than a couple of virtual things happening here and there. I have some coming up in 2023. I'll be at the Jabberwocky Coffee House in Brockton, Massachusetts, and the Music Cafe up in New Hampshire, Paris Center for Arts here in Massachusetts. But you can find out about, my doings and I also put out a blog. I try every month to write a new song and put a new blog, and that's all available at my website, tomsmithmusic.com. tomsmithmusic.com.
Great. Okay. And my next live show, well, here's the complicated version. I'm the head of the Austin Carolers, and we have 21 shows coming up in December. So consequently, I'm not doing any of this for the whole of December because I expect to emerge on December 25th, one tired puppy. So the next live show I'm doing will be January 22nd here in Austin at the New World Deli with Sam Robbins, and I'm really looking forward to that. And the next virtual show will be starting up again in January, and I'll make sure that you know about it if you're on my mailing list. So if you'd like to be on my mailing list, please put your email address and a note that that's what you did that for in the chat, and then I'll be happy to make sure you find out about every wonderful thing we've got planned, and there will be many. And you can find me at janseides.com, where you can also find in my store this jewelry that's made with my guitar strings by Kathy Miller of Love and Life Art. And they make great Christmas gifts, and so I'd like to invite you to have a look. They make great gifts at any time, but, Christmas is coming. So is Hanukkah. And I can't call this an old people's love song because I'm having some difficulty with that O word. So this is just the opposite to I'm so thrilled I'm divorced song.
Oh, sorry.
Ouch. And this is for my husband who is coming back from Argentina right now as we speak. What is happening? Have I forgotten my song? No. Oh, no, but hold on. You would not love that, and I would not love it either. You know the We Tune Because We Care thing? And we actually do. There we go. Don't seem like much that you cuddle up closer when it's cold at night. Don't seem like much that you rub my shoulders when I come home tired. But I don't know what I would ever do if I had to live in this world without you. Don't seem like much, but it's everything to me. Don't seem like much keeps people together these days. Takes a miracle or two. That's still not enough to hear some tell it, and it sure don't seem to see them through. But in these tough and turbulent times, when love's so easily forgotten, still you don't forget mine. Don't seem like much, but it's everything to me. So many drops fill the ocean, so many stars fill the skies above, so many acts of devotion fill my heart with love. So it means so much when you tell me you love me, though we've had a fight. And it means so much when you say that you're sorry too, even when you were right. It's just a minor detail in the master plan, 'cause I'm just one woman, you're just one man. Don't seem like much, but it's everything to me. I don't mean it's unimportant or any kind of slight. I just wanted you to know that you're doing it right. Don't seem like much, I know, but it's everything to me. Everything. Thank you. Well, my earbuds fell out, so I can't hear you, but I appreciate that I can see you. And
Beautiful song, Jan. Well, I know she can't hear, so.
there. You know, when one goes, the other one's going to go with it.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm going to play you guys one of my pandemic songs. And I think I tend to play my really conversational language songs most. So this one was a little different for me. I went with images that gave the feeling that I was after. So here we go. When I was like, maybe I'm going to die in this pandemic. How do I want to live if I do? And these were the thoughts running through my head, coming out in a imagery form. I've been the pinwheel, I've been the breeze, been the frost decoration on the fingers of trees. I've melted silence and something there. Shit, hold on, wait. This is not the words. I've been the pinwheel, I've been the breeze, been the frost decoration on the fingers of trees. I've risen in hot air balloons from the mud. I've sewn up stitches and I've caused the blood. I've been the virgin, I've been the prostitute. I have forgiven, and I've been the persecutor. I have been sober, and I've been the addict. I've shivered in silence, rebelled in static, and I've always believed there's more to see. Now I'm free, free. If this is how it ends, cry happy for me. I've wrestled lips with a true to God angel, tangled with the devil and wound up in tangles. Hurricanes have blown in through cracks in the ceiling. I've gripped the umbrella while the sky was weeping. I've melted in softness, carved out a callus. I've savored love and choked upon malice, but I've seen the sparkle on a butterfly wing, tasted champagne bubbles, heard the trickling spring, and I've always believed there's more to see. Now I'm free, free. If this is how it ends, cry happy for me. I'll go not with a clatter, but with a whisper, floating atop the current of the river, not with the aftertaste of something bitter. I'll wave, sail away on a sea made of glitter. Free, free, free. If this is how it ends, cry happy.
Oh, yes, Shanna. I really appreciate that you sort of went with it without over, I don't know, maybe you did, but I got from your introduction that you didn't overthink it. You just sort of let it come out. It was beautiful.
Thanks.
Okay, I'll do a pandemic song. This one is more later in the pandemic. And, you know, as after all of the George Floyd stuff and all the other political stuff and what we're hearing about climate and everything, you know, I was really in a dark place, not completely out of that yet, and but the pandemic was starting to show little cracks of light. You know, there were vaccinations, and the light was starting to show in a couple of places. I would actually go to an indoor concert and kind of feel energized from that. But through it all, I was afraid of it. I found myself going out to dinner and sort of spending my whole time wondering if the person next to me was coughing because he had COVID or something. And anyway, and I found myself withdrawing and sort of refusing to do things that I normally think of as being enjoyable. and trying to process through all of that, I wrote this song. I take comfort in the darkness, where I ignore what I don't see. There's no failure, no hollow promise of how I know the world could be. I've made my truce with the night, can't bear the truth, exposed by the light, by the light. I take credit as the author of the words upon this empty page. No one can call me an imposter if I don't step onto the stage. When there's a spark in the night, my troubled heart runs and hides from the light, from the light. I tell myself that it will all work out as I walk through the shadows of my doubt. I'll be okay, plus or minus. I get like this from time to time. I guess I'll blame it on the virus. I'm one more person in that line, waiting for the end of night, yet frightened by the edge of the light, of the light. Of the light, of the light.
How beautiful, both of you.
Thank you.
Well, I have kind of a different outlook on this whole thing. And the pandemic changed it not at all. I will not be going without a struggle. No one will have to say, don't go gently to that good night. I'll be kicking and screaming and hanging on to the door jambs, protesting not done with this life. I want to see peace. I want to see joy. I want to hear the truth without the noise. I want to see justice with my own eyes. And then I'll be ready and I'll say goodbye. Right about then. I believe Moses looked like Charlton Heston. I believe he had a word with God. All I want to know is, when is it my turn? 'Cause I'm thinking miracles can't be all that hard. I want to see peace. I want to see joy. I want to hear the truth and hold the noise. I want to see justice with my own eyes. And then I'll be ready and I'll say goodbye. I want to see that peaceful face. I want to hear that truthful voice. I want to know the dream is real. I want to have that choice. I want to see peace. I want to see joy. I want to hear the truth and no noise. I want to hear justice with my own eyes. And then I'll be ready and I'll say goodbye. Maybe. And I'll be ready. Maybe not. There.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Bravo.
It's not exactly a prayer.
It works.
We needed that energy lift. That was perfect for the moment, Jan.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't know why I just said John. Jan Seides. Trying to...
It's okay. I wanted to hear justice with my own eyes.
I getcha. Well, thanks to Dave, I know what to play next because I love having people who know my songs because it makes life so much easier. Dave came to my show at Godfrey Daniels last night, so it's awesome to see you on the interwebs. And man, back in the day when my past life, when I music toured in Europe, this song was born. It's called 20 Hours in Prague, and it has almost nothing to do with Prague. Playing cards, cheap blue drinks, sprawled out on my hostel bed. Can you play poker? He asked after Google Translate told me what he said. I didn't have to speak his language to notice he liked my legs. I may have walked by a few more times to organize my bags. We went out in the city street lights so pretty, walked the cobblestone path where he ditched his friends, and I don't think I'll see him again. But it was what it was, and what it was perfect. 20 hours in Prague, and oh, it was worth it. I was thinking about this song recently. One time I performed it publicly, and a kid came up to me, and he was like, that lyric in the chorus is exactly what I'm trying to say in a song I'm writing. It was what it was, and what it was perfect. Do you mind if I, And I was like, you want to steal it? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, do it. Strobe lights, body heat, we found a spot to dance. I played hard to get as long as I could for a 12-hour romance, which isn't very long. And his hand slipped through the cutouts on the sides of my black dress, giving me goosebumps on my stomach as sweat dripped down my neck. Oh, we went out in the city street lights so pretty, found a penny on the path, threw it over his back, and he wished the night would never end. But it was what it was, and what it was perfect. 20 hours in Prague, and oh, it was worth it. He left thumbprints on my phone buttons, lip prints on my face. Now all that's left of him is something I won't chase. 'Cause it was what it was, and what it was what it was, and what it was what it was, and what it was perfect. 20 hours in Prague, and oh, it was so damn worth it.
Sometimes I blush when I hear your songs, Jan.
I want to quote you on that and put it in my website, Tom Smith.
Yep, you could put that one on your promo.
Yeah. Sometimes I blush when I hear your song. I love that.
That was wonderful. Thank you. Well, here's one about a trip that I took. This was when I was taking care of my mom when she was not feeling well, and I was traveling back and forth a lot between Boston and Pennsylvania, and I sort of fancied myself on tour. You see, I'm just mostly a living room folkie, and I don't tour all that much, but I sort of was fancying myself on tour as I was going back and forth and occasionally playing my guitar in the pubs down there in Pennsylvania. And I sat in a diner that I used to sit in after the basketball games when I was in high school. And the diner, it was just like I left it. It still had the red Naugahyde seats at the counter, and that morning they had a special for breakfast. It was a Sunday morning for $2.93. I got a couple of eggs and home fries and bacon and a cup of coffee, and it was incredible. I felt like I was right back there in the old days when I was a kid. And so it brought back a lot of memories, and I kind of fancied, like I said, I fancied myself as a Bruce Springsteen kind of a character on tour. And I wrote this song about going back in time. By the way, that was the first time I ever gave a 200% tip. This morning I was running late, a jackknife blocked the interstate. This touring makes me wanna quit, so I got off on old Route 6, blacktop, 2-lane, yellow line, familiar Bluebird Diner sign. Before I knew it, I pulled in, and suddenly I'm 19 again. On a road from now till then, take me home again. Won't you take me home again? Home again. Corner booth, summer '69. $3, bought coffee, eggs, and time. A nickel played those old-time songs by Johnny, Hank, and Chris Christopherson. My old friend Don sat across from me. We harmonized to Bobby McGee. It was the day we filled my car with a drum kit, dreams, and a Guild guitar. On a road from now till then, take me home again. Won't you take me home again? Home again. I got yanked present day. When I overheard that waitress say, that guy lived here, right down the road, like an eagle in a pigeonhole. But he used his wings and flew out of town on 6 strings and a country sound. Why come back after all these years to this place? There ain't nothing here. There ain't no place to go out till then. You can't go home again. She said, you can't go home again. Home again. I left $100 tip and moved on, like the outlaw in that Woody Guthrie song. I think she knows that she betrayed that part of my truth that time decayed. But I made my show, arrived on time. As I played guitar and sang my rhymes, I realized each song I sing is a road that takes me home again. Each song a road from now till then takes me home again. Won't you take me home again? Home again. Take me home again. Home again. Thank you.
Bravo. That is exactly the way I feel about where I grew up, too. I spent the early part of my childhood in Detroit, just enough of high school there to know that I needed to get out of Detroit. And I moved to New York, and eventually I needed to get out of there, too. But, yeah, once you make your escape, I swear, I had nightmares for several years about somehow I was back in Detroit and I had to stay. So we're going to talk about trips, I guess. So I'm going to tell you about mine. I was on tour and I was going from Grand Junction, Colorado to Salt Lake City. And Route 70, Interstate 70 goes to 15, which goes straight up through Salt Lake City. But when I said that was what I was going to do, the people in Salt Lake City said, oh, no, don't do that. When you get to Highway 6, come up over the mountain. It'll cut like 3 hours off your trip. But when I got to Route 6, I looked up at the mountain, and there was a storm going on up there. And to this day, I feel like that was the universe helping me along. Because on Route 70 in Utah is some of the most beautiful landscape I've ever seen in my life. It rivals anything you could describe, including things in the Middle East. Just wonderful red rock formations from when the ocean was still there. And it was just awe-inspiring, and I was driving down the road with my eyes as big as dinner plates trying to take it all in. And finally, at one point, I thought, I bet Andy would like to see this. So I stopped at the next overlook and got out, took my phone out, held it up like that, and went, if he can hold it in his hand, he's never going to get it, not from this. So I wrote him a song instead. This is me driving down the road. That's one of those rock formations. Let me take you west and fill your eyes with beauty. I could show you pictures, but they'd just be small and puny, and you would not feel satisfied. No, you would not feel blessed like if you saw it with your own eyes. Let me take you west. Let me take you west, quiet earthly majesty in ever-changing robes and jewels, left here by the sea, 'cause you will hear me speak of it, and I will seem obsessed. So there is only one solution. Let me take you west. Imagine this at sunset. Let me take you west among the silent brooding canyons and the shouts of pointed rocky spires reaching for the heavens. Spend a day or spend a lifetime, whatever you suggest. Let me show you how I love you. Let me take you west. Think of this at sunset. Let me take you west. Thank you. I can't wait to see his pictures of Argentina.
That guitar's in kind of a strange tuning, isn't it, Jan?
It's in Dadgad.
Oh.
How strange.
Yeah. From the sixth string on towards the floor, D-A-D, G-A-D. Lots of fun to fool around with.
Yeah. But did you have a shortcut capo on it, or?
Nope.
No.
It was
Fun.
just me.
Fun.
Here's a song. You still wear that hat she bought in Chicago. Her number's still on speed dial in your phone. And I try to be patient. But you keep me waiting. I open the bathroom mirror and see post-it notes of the reasons she loves you and inside jokes. Wish I could tell her I feel the same. I'm lying next to the ghost of a man. Wish I was your favorite, but I know where I stand. One more wasted prayer, I can't help but compare, even though I shouldn't. Never thought I'd be the other woman. No, it's not perfect, but it beats being alone. It's like I'm your apartment, but she is your home. And I know you're not ready. Maybe I'm just being petty. Last night you drifted off after we kissed. Talked in your sleep and her name was on your lips. Do you ever dream about me? I'm lying next to the ghost of a man. Wish I was your favorite, but I know where I stand. One more wasted prayer, I can't help but compare, even though I shouldn't. Never thought I'd be the other woman. And I know where you'll go come Sunday, where you go every week, laying flowers at her grave. I'm lying next to the ghost of a man. Wish I was your favorite, but I know where I stand. One more prayer I can't help but compare, even though I shouldn't. Never thought I'd feel like the other woman.
Oh, Shanna.
Now, I don't know if that comes from your lived experience or not, but it felt like it was real enough that possibly it could be, and I guess that's a sign of a good song, that it felt real and from the heart. Thank you. You know, so here's the most recent song that I wrote, which kind of is a song that when I wrote it, I was afraid to sing it, just because it comes from a place where I was struggling with trying to emotionally, because of the pandemic and the world and all of this, and the election was about to happen, and I had terrible things in my mind about what was going to happen for the election. Anyway, so I'll do that too. You'll make me brave, Shanna. I guess I should also say that, so I was, in order to kind of get through a down period, somebody suggested that I load one of these therapy apps on my phone. And as I've, in general, it was pretty good, but every now and again it would pop up a quote that was supposed to pick me up. And it didn't. Anyway, so you'll hear some of those cliches here. Someone once said, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. That's such a good thought. I must be learning a lot. It's all in your head. It's all in the spin. Be patient, you'll get your turn. It's what they said. It's all in my head. Pain is the way to better your score. Without it, they say there's no gain. That's what we are taught. I must be gaining a lot. You have to pay to earn your reward. The sunshine will follow the rain. It's what they say. it's all just cliche. How can I break through to get back to hope? It's a very steep climb with the baggage I brought, and the fights to be fought. Get into the queue, lean into the slope, take it one step at a time. That's all I can do. Make one step become two. One step become two. Thank you.
That was beautiful, Tom.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have one on the same subject, but it's that what doesn't kill you make you stronger thing. The title of the song is I'm Strong Enough Now. Thanks. Speaking of strong, I've been watching my neighbors walk by because I'm facing the front windows of this room, and some of them are walking by with their dogs, and I understand that, but it's in the 30s out there, and it's raining, and one of my neighbors just ran by, you know, just out for his daily run. I can't even imagine. And I'm really looking forward to having an election that's not terrifying, by the way. But I'm going to change the subject just the same, because I have this project and I want to tell you about what's happening to it now. It started out as stories about people from the Bible who were like underdogs or spear carriers. Spear carriers really describes it better. They're the guy on Star Trek with the red shirt that you know he's going to be dead before the end of the episode. Yeah. Well, I thought some of those, I thought one in particular was important. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to say this last time. Hello to Jen and Myra on the Facebook version of this. Anyway, there was one in particular, and I'm going to sing you her story. But what I wanted to tell you was the CD got done. This was in 2019, just before the pandemic, a little bit before the pandemic. And I thought, okay, well, that's done. Now what? And then when we did the release party, one of my friends walked up and said, you ought to turn that into a book. And as soon as he said it, I knew he was right. So I did. This is it. It's called Unsung, and it's all those stories that weren't told, with illustrations by my friend Vanessa Lively, and a little backstory in the lyrics. And the CD is in the back of it, but you can get the CD out all on its own. And I thought, okay, that's that. Now what? Well, here's what. It's turning into a musical. I just finished writing the first draft about 3 weeks ago, and I'm rewriting songs and rewriting script a little bit, and I'm really, really excited about it. So I'm going to do one of the songs from that. As far back as I remember, I was always Rachel's sister. Sometimes I think that started before she was even born. She was lively She was clever and everybody loved her. And when the men came looking, it was Rachel they looked for, not me. I was Rachel's sister. Jacob saw her fetching water, asked if she was Laban's daughter, and she ran home to let us know to make room for one more. I fell in love that night at dinner. He never saw for watching her. When the meal was over, it was Rachel he asked for, not me. Rachel's sister. This is the story as it is written. Those were the lives we were living. Here is the truth, not the one that others told. It's the one that I know. I am Rachel's sister. They said Jacob was the trickster, but my father brought me forward on Rachel's wedding day, draped in veils upon his arm. But then Jacob worked the harder, and for Rachel too he bartered. Still I thought I'd win him when each new son was born to me, Rachel's sister. Then every night I'd hear her whisper, give me sons like you gave my sister, and prove that you love me, prove you love me more. So then one night he did it, and little Joseph was his favorite. But Rachel died in childbirth when her second son was born, leaving me, Rachel's sister. This is the story as it is written. But those were the lives we were living. Here is the truth, not the one that others told. It's the one that I know. I am Rachel's sister. Every now and then I wonder, is he still thinking of her? Though I'm the one that keeps him warm when the nights are cold. Did she love him as I love him? Or did she just love to win? But she is blessed memory, so I will never know. I am only Rachel's sister. This is the story as it is written. But those were the lives we were given. Here is the truth, not the one the old men told. It's the one that I know. I am Rachel's sister, and it can only be told by Rachel's sister.
Epic.
Great storytelling.
Thank you. So this is our last round coming up here. We can run a little bit over because there's nobody waiting for the stage, but not much.
When I was just a little girl, my mama, she told me, someday you'll find yourself a husband, a family. I thought when I was wiser, maybe when I was older, I'd find someone to love me, maybe someone on Jan's Zoom show. So I bought myself a library of self-help books, practiced in the mirror all my sexy looks and thoughts to the universe that I'm supposed to send. But the ones who walked into my life just wanted to be friends. And I asked my mama, what's my problem? She said, you're going about it all wrong. She said, if all you want is love, you better give it away. It will come back to you like a boomerang, like a karma chameleon refrain, like the tracks circle back below the train. It will come back, it will come back if you give it away. So I came across a genie in a bottle and he told me, you don't need the body of a model. No, you only need to not treat your heart like a book of checks, as though the less you use it, the more rich you'll get. And I asked myself, what's my problem? Maybe I'm going about it all wrong. 'Cause if all you want is love, you better give it away. It will come back to you like a boomerang, like a karma chameleon refrain, like the tracks circle back below the train. It will come back, it will come back if you give it away. 'Cause love ain't money, no it won't run out. It'll come back to you if you give it out. Love ain't money, no it won't run out. It'll come back to you if you give it out. Love ain't money, no it won't run out. It'll come back to you if you give it out. Oh, if all you want is love, you better give it away. It will come back to you like a boomerang, like a karma chameleon refrain, like the tracks circle back below the train. It will come back, it will come back if you give it away.
Great messaging, Shanna.
Thank you.
And let's welcome Armin and Sue, who joined us here on the Zoom session. Good to see you guys. And Jan, thank you for inviting me, and to be paired up with you and Shanna is a great afternoon. Let's do this again. I'd love that.
I'd love it too. It's absolutely my pleasure.
Yeah. Okay, so let's end up something with a song I wrote to actually pick myself up. The person in the first verse you might recognize, an old man with a banjo. An old man on a stage, his age belies the power of his song. With a voice that may be shaky, he clearly sings of making right from wrong. Because he's old, he is told, time to bring your singing to an end. He replies, as long as I can play this banjo, I'll do the best I can. I'll do the best I can. I don't listen to the noise. I wake up and take a stand. To my heart and to my voice, stones are smoothed by grains of sand. So even though I'm just one man, I do the best I can. Baby in the rafters of my front porch does not stop to take a rest. when she hears that music flowing from her feathered offspring filling up her nest. To and fro, bugs in tow, on a task that never seems to end. So I ask her how she does it, and she tells me, I do the best I can. I do the best I can. I don't listen to the noise. I don't claim to understand. I don't have a choice, but I'll sing in the end. This is where it all began. That's why I do the best I can. Sometimes I count myself among the many who are ready to give up. How about you? Perhaps we've started way too late, and the distance is too great to make it up. But step by step, we can get farther from the start than from the end. For the sake of all my children and their children, I'll do the best I can. I'll do the best I can. I won't listen to the noise. I'll wake up, take a stand, put my heart into my voice. I will get there in the end. I'll sing it once again. I'll do the best I can. Just do the best you can. Don't listen to the noise. Wake up, take a stand, put your heart into your voice. We will get there in the end. Every woman, child, and man, do the best you can. We will get there in the end, if together, hand in hand, we do the best we can.
Bravo. Yes, we do.
Thank you.
Well, it's been my pleasure, both Shanna and Tom. Thank you so much for saying yes to this twice. Oh my God. And I hope there will be a third time somewhere down the road. Please put your email in the chat so that I can tell you who's going to be here in January, which at this point, I'd tell you now, but I don't know. I'm going to start booking for the beginning of 2023, probably in another week or so. So if you'd like to see all these wonderful people that, for some reason known only to themselves, say yes when I ask them to come here, then I'll be delighted to have you. And also check out the tip jar in the chat. I have to remember to say that. This is a song about that Japanese art called kintsugi, where if you have a broken pot or a broken vase, you can repair it by infusing some glue with gold and putting it together, and the result is often more beautiful than it was when the vase was whole. And that was coupled with the Leonard Cohen, There's a Crack in Everything, That's How the Light Gets In, because I think it's also how the light gets out. And I like to do this at the end of shows because I think we all need somebody to tell us we're going to be okay, and so I'm doing my part. Every lesson you learned is gold. Every scar where you healed is strong. You may once or twice have been broken, but you've done nothing wrong. Every outcome that didn't match all your plans and all your dreams, all that beauty you think you lack is ablaze for all to see. 'Cause your light shines through the cracks are there so your light shines. Your light shines. All the obstacles in your path, all the trials you rose above, all those faults that you think you have, they are why you are loved. 'Cause your light shines through, your light shines through. It's what makes you you. And the cracks are there so your light shines. Your light shines. It's true. You are not perfect, but no one is perfect, and that matters so much less than you'd expect. 'Cause your light shines through, your light shines through. It's what makes you you, and the cracks are there so your light shines. Your light shines. Your light shines through. Your light shines through. And it makes you you. And the cracks are there so your light shines. Your light shines through. Thank you.
Bravo.
Thank you all very much for being here. Thank you to Tom. Another round of applause for Tom, okay? Yeah. And another round of applause also for Shanna. Shanna in a dress. In a dress. I bet you've heard all the jokes about it by now, haven't you? Anyway, we're so happy you came. I'm going to stop the live stream now in case people want to just talk.